Welcome back. Not for the first time, the nucleus of England's under-21 squad is being supplied by Manchester City. Hinchcliffe, Lake, White, Redmond and Brightwell. It was a similar story a decade ago. Peter Barnes, Ray Ranson, Nicky Reed, Tommy Caton and Kevin Reeves. They were treated with almost parental care by the City manager at that time, Malcolm Allison. Indeed, Allison's singular belief in that side probably cost him his job. He was sacked 9 years ago this month. Well, on Sunday, he returned to Main Road to check out City's newest academy. How does City for the 90s compare with City for the 80s?
Mountfield! Oh, and it's in! Ian Olney!
Main Road, the morning after. Malcolm Allison looking for a cure for Manchester City's hangover. 9 years ago, he sat in the same seat watching promising young players fight for his job. He's given a decade of his life to City, impressing his personality and knowledge on every player that walked through the door. So what does he make of the current crop? Last Sunday's defeat led him to typically frank conclusions.
They were always in trouble. Every time Villa ran at them, they were always in trouble. And I think that is their weak link. They looked very insecure at the back, and if they don't really improve on that, they're going to struggle this season.
There are two England under-21 players in there, Steve Redmond and Andy Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, Andy Hinchcliffe has got an excellent left foot, but he doesn't look sharp enough to me. I think that he's got to work terribly hard physically. And Redmond the same. He seems to play like when he was at school. We had a player here called Derek Jeffers who used to play like that. Not got good talent, good ability, but doesn't seem to be really aware of the situations that are going on around him. I think they need a right fullback, to tell you the truth.
You don't think Fleming's good enough?
No, not on yesterday's performance. He's definitely not good enough.
What else do they need?
Well, I mean, Redmond and Gower, they worry me sometimes, and I think that they probably need another central defender.
Malcolm is far more optimistic about City's creative options. The prospect of a Lake, McNabb, Bishop midfield particularly excites him.
Yeah, I think that those three are as good as any three midfield players in the country.
How do you think Paul Lake can improve himself?
Well, Paul Lake he's got lovely vision. He's got good feet. He could go for goal more than he does, but I think the one major thing is to improve his power. But at the moment, he's like a Rolls Royce with an Austin engine. If Lake played more or less in the old-fashioned inside right position, similar to Colin Bell, but he'd have to have more power than he has at the moment. But the most dangerous word about young players is potential. I think all these players are experienced. I mean, they've all been playing for 2 years in the first team at Manchester City. And they played in the under-21s. So that is not a problem with them. But the problem now is to improve their physical condition.
Allison was renowned for his revolutionary thoughts on coaching and conditioning at City. He feels there's a lot of room for improvement in today's training methods. Yes,
I thought they looked very heavy, very slow, except for Lake and Bishop and Oldfield. They looked very slow. White did 1 or 2 runs, but his awareness let him down badly. I think Allen and Oldfield would do well, and the midfield would do well. I think that White can be a good player. I think that Hinchcliffe will improve, and if he uses his ability. I mean, he got into the box yesterday from about 12 yards with that great left foot and passed the ball, which, he should have put it in the back of the net.
Do you think any of those under-21 internationals have become regular full internationals?
Not unless they work very, very hard. And that includes Paul Lake.
Well, a thoroughly comprehensive breakdown there by Malcolm Allison. Told you he was forthright, didn't I?